The Amazon Druid, an action-adventure fantasy epic in the time of Atlantis, 7,000 years before the rise of the Berber kings in North Africa. Worlds of Atlantis. Written by Ravek Hunter. Narrated by Andrew Pond. Chapter 1. The Mammoth. There are two things in my existence that I cherish above all others. The first is love, which I have often found fleeting and disappointing. The second is freedom. Until I walked among the people that call themselves Amazon, I do not truly believe that I understood what that meant. To the Amazon, freedom is everything. Because of their wisdom, I now feel the wind and taste the rain, and my heart is content. Wodenar's the Wanderer. Sylvan year 5476. Khulani sat bareback atop his brown bay, surveying the unending expanse of the low, rolling hills of the green savanna that stretched to the horizon in every direction. A cool breeze gently stroked his face like the soft linens his mother used to wear. The memory brought with it a slight pang in the pit of his stomach. He missed her. It would have been easy for him to let melancholy take him down the path of those sad memories, even so many years later, but not today. He had wild hare to hunt. The shamans of his village wanted wild hares for stew as the evening meal, and Khulani would not fail in his duty. He glanced to his left and inspected his hunt pack. 10 young men, boys really, sat in silence on their own blacks or bays, searching the tall grasses for any sign of movement that might give away the location of the elusive hares. Of course, Khulani already knew exactly how many hares there were nearby and where they were, but he preferred to keep that information to himself for now and let his boys work. He had a special connection with animals that not even the shamans could explain, a gift or endowment from the gods, as they referred to it. Khulani could feel the energy of the animals around him, know their feelings, and interpret their disposition toward him and others. It was a great advantage when hunting, as they were now, and his hunt pack knew it. However, they also accepted that they needed to stay sharp and focused without depending on him to do their work for them, so he waited and watched with them. Khulani admired how magnificent his men looked on their mounts, almost as if cast with a mould. Each had the lean build of a runner, the dark ebony skin of one who has spent his life outdoors, and short black hair cut thin enough to see the shape of the skull beneath. Each of them wore a cape of his own making, from the skin of a hartebeest, saber-cat, or mountain wolf, that fluttered idly over his bare shoulders and back, and they wore leather leggings with sturdy leather boots lovingly fabricated by their mothers. Khulani's own cape was from the hide of a great lion, and he decorated it with clusters of feathers that he hung from the cape's loose ends. He always had a propensity for feathers. He didn't know why. They made him feel calm and content somehow, like the choker he wore around his neck, adorned with beads, shells, and more feathers, a gift from his father. His men displayed their own jewelry with charms carved from bone and ivory. They were mostly trophies from memorable hunts. This was his hunt pack, and he was their hunt master, and they were a fine-looking group indeed. "The rain is coming," the man next to him said quietly. Khulani looked up at the dark clouds moving swiftly overhead. "Not today, Rabiku. They will come tomorrow." "Too bad," Rabiku replied. "I wanted a bath." Trying hard not to laugh out loud, Khulani glanced over to see his friend's broad, smiling face daring him to do so. "Rabiku, you will be a man soon, and you will have to learn to bathe more often than when it rains. Otherwise you will never find a wife." Somehow, Rabiku's smile broadened even more. Khulani's friend was known for his big, toothy smile and implacable sense of humor that often manifested itself in surprising ways. "Then I will marry a goat." The others chuckled quietly at that. Khulani rolled his eyes. "Your mother would—" His reply was interrupted by a terrifying cry of pain carried on the wind. It came from the north, just beyond a rise in the terrain. Khulani was sure it was an animal, but he was too far away to sense what it was. As quickly as his thigh muscles twitched at the flanks of his bay, a thought went out to his mount, spurring it into forward motion, and his pack quickly followed. Khulani had a special relationship with his horse.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?